Hey guys, insight number 4. So we're over in Isaiah 46. Now this is again Isaiah talking in the way he prophesies. Remember, he gives you the issue, the consequence, and then the solution. So this is another example of that. And he's talking about what kind of idols that you guys are carrying, or that we're carrying, or that they were carrying then. Now they were actually, back then, literally carrying idols around. And if you look in verse 1, they're called Baal and Nebo. They were just the gods that they were worshipping, the false gods they were worshipping. So they were carrying actual idols around. And they're heavy and awkward to move. And they were moving around and it was causing them problems. So Isaiah was using this as an example of what burdens are you carrying, or what idols are you carrying? Like, what are you carrying that you don't actually need to carry around? And then the good part comes. So let's have a quick look at that. So yeah, Baal bows down, Nebo stoopeth. So this is 46, 1 through 4. Sorry guys. The idols were upon the beast and upon the cattle. Your carriages were heavy loaden. They are a burden to the weary beast. These are heavy things they're carrying around. Sorry if you can hear that noise outside. The garden's next door. There you go. They stooped, they bound down together. They could not deliver the burden, but themselves are gone into captivity. So like, yeah, they're captive by these idols, but they couldn't relieve the burden by worshipping them. It just became a heavier burden to carry them around and to try and get something out of them. Because they're not actually real, are they? And in 3, it says, Hearken unto me, O house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the house of Israel, which are born by me from the belly, which are carried from the womb. So, like, listen up, you guys. This is huge here. Listen up. Here's the solution. We've got the problem. We've got the consequence. Here's the solution. And the solution is, and even to your old age, I am he. And even to hoar hairs, what if you look at the footnote, that means instead of idols helping man, man has to carry them. That's what it means. So have a look at the footnote. That's where our study helps come in. Will I carry you? I have made and I will bear, even I will carry and will deliver you. Right. So they had gods they were carrying around that wouldn't relieve their burdens, and actually made their burdens worse, because on top of all the issues they were having and all the consequences that was coming from them, they had to carry around these false gods. So there was no relief from that burden. And then he's saying, you don't have to carry me, I carry you, and that's the relief of your burden. See, there's the solution. Again, that solution is always found from Christ, with Christ, or through Christ. The solution is Christ. So prophets have taught of modern day idols such as clothes, being house proud, cars, many things not in the image of God or man like these guys were, but they're tangible and they deflect from Christ. Now, is it wrong to have a nice house? No, but it's when that becomes more important than Jesus Christ in your life. It's when your time spent with your car, making it all pretty and doing it all awesome, deflects you from doing things that could be better for you and for your family. Like, what are you pouring money into? And, it's nothing wrong with having some nice things, or a hobby, or, if you need a new kitchen table or a lounge suite or something, sure. But it's when those things become more than your focus on Christ. And when you stop realizing that these things are blessings because of Christ, that he has gifted them to you. He's made you strong enough to be able to earn them, or be able to access them, or whatever it is. So there's a lot of things in this modern world that are idols for us, that we're carrying around, that are a burden to us, whether it's from the debt that we got into to get them, whether it's from trying to keep up with the latest fashion, which, who can even, in this day and age, it doesn't even arrive on time because of COVID. So, don't even bother, man. Just find your style and go with it. That's what I was talking about last night. Just have what you like to wear and wear that. Don't worry about what anyone else. Be your own fashion. Start your own fashion. And if that's someone's job and that's their art and they're doing it, sure. I have no problem with that. It's not a problem. It is when that is detracting and that is being burdensome to you, and it's now becoming that bondage, and it's an idol thing that you're worshipping there. That's when it's a problem. Now, even if you don't want to go and worship Christ, you still need to look at those things that are burdensome and weighing you down, and what of those can you just let go? And what of those things can bring more joy into your life? Or what things are you neglecting that could bring more joy into your life? real joy too. Like happy, good, calming, peaceful joy. Think about that. Yeah, so what idols are you burdened with carrying? Or the associated debt, as I said. Here we are taught that we don't ever carry Christ. We never ever carry Christ. He carries us. He is never a burden. Rather, he is deliverance, peace, and comfort. And I think we all want a bit more of that. Now, there's a general authority called Randall L. Ridd. He was the second counselor in the Young Men's General Presidency some years ago. But he said, agency is your power to become. Each choice takes you closer to or further from what you are meant to become. Now, you can take this in a Christian viewpoint, or if any of you are watching this and you're not of this church or you're not Christian, that's okay. You can still take advice from this, like these words. You can take advice from this lesson. And that agency, your power to choose, because you have that. It's the one thing no one can take from you, is how you choose, what your values are and what you choose to do. That is yours. And people's lives will spill over into yours, but you still have the choice on how you're going to react, how you're going to behave, and what you're going to do. Always, you have that choice. People say they don't, but they do. So each choice takes you closer to or further from what you are meant to become. And maybe you don't know what you're meant to become, but you're going to know what's bringing negativity and ugliness into your life that you don't want there. So work to correct that and balance it with things that bring joy and light into your life. However that's going to be, I'm going to tell you it's Jesus Christ and living the gospel, but for you it might be something else, and that's okay. Do something that's just going to balance that ugliness, and if you're creating that by your own actions, then you really need to look at your use of your agency and your choices, because if that's causing you misery, just don't, right? Yeah, okay. Hang on, we're going to finish off with the last one. I'm going to go over to Isaiah 49. But again, got any comments? Drop them, because we'll have a chat about them. Awesome. See you guys soon.